At 4:30 a.m. in the mechatronics lab Tuesday morning, we had less than 8 hours before our robot had to perform. After 30 consecutive hours working on the robot and many more ahead of us, we were beginning to think we were total LUNARtics for hoping we could get a perfect score. Our robot was pretty unique with its huge green sample collector and its habit of ramming into walls and aggressively driving towards people after it lost sight of the line. We decided to use unstops to navigate the canyon instead of distance sensors like most of the other teams because our proximity sensors were most accurate at small distances. We also chose to build a large sample collector so that we wouldn't have to leave the line to drop off the sample. This saved a lot of time during our runs, but also caused some problems in canyon navigation.
All right, we chose to use proximity sensors over QRDs for line following because they have a potentiometer so we can control the range and the sensitivity.
If we had more time to work on the robot, we would improve our canyon navigation. Specifically, our robot ran to the walls because of how we did sample collection and didn't detect walls when the robot was out of range for the R sensor. Our solution would be to add a distance sensor to ensure the robot was close enough to the walls.
We chose to connect our servo for sample drop-off and laser movement to the same pin to save on space. This meant that both the sample scoop and the laser array would rotate at the same time, but this wasn't a concern because the sample would already be dropped off by the time the laser needed to move.
For our robot code, we primarily used a while loop that ran robot perception, planning, and action. We
used a number of header files to organize the different events and the micro level stuff that was happening, whereas our main .c file is where the perception, planning, and action would occur with the macro level stuff in order to switch between events. And we used interrupts for event switching. We were going to use interrupts for line following, but there's a latency issue. Well, we need a little bit of latency in order to better use our line following, so we just have a while loop that our main code constantly refers back to, and then for line following, and then it only exits under certain conditions in order to execute different tasks for the mission.